Hey guys, we are back for Bandcamp Dailies number 48. I think I got it right this time. Number 48. And so just a little warning here. My mind might be wandering tonight because I literally just finished watching a movie. Now, I took a break from movies. As you may know, I made 2 Todd Reacts videos a while ago, quite a while, several months ago, where I did like these mini movie reviews. And when I was looking at my my Netflix watch history and my Prime Video watch history, I was watching a lot of movies back then. And I stopped. I stopped watching the movies, and I took like several months off from watching a movie. It's probably been over 6 months since I've watched a movie. And then I think it was either last night or the night before I've been getting the hankering to watch some more movies. And so I started to watch some more movies. And starting last night and until today, I watched 3 really good movies, back to back to back. That seems really rare. It's just been like I'm on a really hot streak. And I'm on a real hot streak. And the movie I just finished, I'm still a little shaken up over it. So last night I watched this movie called Watcher. I'm not going to go into like an actual movie review because I have some warm popcorn and if I start talking about the plot of a movie, it's just, this is going to be ice cold by the time I'm done. But the movie Watcher, that was really good. The 3 movies I watched were mystery thriller type of movies that all featured female leads, by the way. And, people talk about wanting to be represented in movies and video games and stuff like that. I don't care about being represented. I just want to watch I would rather just watch like a girl. I don't care if I'm watching someone who I can relate to. No, I want to watch like a girl. That's what I'd rather do. Anyway, the movie Watcher, I watched the movie Watcher. It was really good. And then this morning I watched the movie, what was it called? Disappearance at Clifton Hill, I believe. Apparently it was a Canadian movie. I've never heard of any of these movies, but you go on these streaming sites, you just click on the movie, you read the little synopsis thing and see if you might be interested. And so I clicked on it. These 3 movies, I just like sort of read the synopsis and it sounded interesting and I watched. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. More often than not, it's not good, or at least I don't like it. But in this case, I had 3 in a row that I really liked. So Watcher last night, this morning it was Disappearance at Clifton Hill. And the one I just finished was called Level 16. It's not a video game movie. And the one I just finished, it was really cool. But then like towards the end of the movie, it sort of became a little bit ridiculous. It sort of went off the rails a bit because the premise is pretty out there. And so it started to get a little off the rails. However, the right at the ending, like grabbed me back in and it ended perfectly. And I'm a little shaken up here because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to be pulled back in. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the movies I've been watching, even though I didn't say anything about the movies themselves. But there you go. I'm watching movies again. Hooray. So we are here for Bandcamp Dailies number 48, and we have a bunch of listens. Okay, so we have 8 listens. All of them are from Implanted Perceptions, my Implanted Perceptions album. We've talked about every single one of these, except for one. And so someone started on track 1 and then went to track 8. And track 8, we have not talked about track 8 yet. So we're going to talk about track 8. We're going to listen to track 8. We're going to read the lyrics of track 8. That's track 7 of track 8. Then we're going to we're going to look at the tab for track 8. And then we're going to watch the live video for track 8. Whenever I say video, I sound very, very Canadian. By the way, I think tomorrow is the July 4th, Independence Day for America, United States of America. Do they have today off as well? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with July 4th, but I was just curious about that. By the way, this song is called Claustrophobic Cylinder. So, okay, before I say that, this is Implanted Perceptions, 48 tracks. Every single song is 40 seconds, even though it says 39 here. But when I was writing the songs, it had to be 40 seconds when I created the MIDI file. And so that was part of the challenge of making the album. Every song had to be 40 seconds. And so it's like death metal / grindcore / black metal, mathcore, whatever you want to call it. Also tech death. What am I trying to say here? We've talked about this album several times on these videos, so I'm not going to get into it too much. However, Claustrophobic Cylinder, I reread the lyrics, and it sounds like I'm talking about a tight pussy. Now, the reason I said it like that is because I think it was the previous episode we talked about a tight pussy as well. It was for the Core Canning song Tight Fit. And I had mentioned how, the sample at the beginning of that song is Riker. He's saying, Commander Riker, he says, Beverly thinks it's going to be tight. And I had mentioned that Dave always would make that title dirty, and he would reference it. He would make it seem like he was talking about a tight pussy. And so it just so happens that this song seems to also be following along with that theme. Not only that, but I also recently made a video entitled The Genie that features a tight pussy as well. So there's lots of vagina talk. I love talking about vaginas. Okay, so yeah. So I think I've got a little bit of a text file underneath my face, my beautiful face. I make that joke every single time. It never lands. And I think I talked about everything. Yes, I did. So now we're just going to listen. We're going to listen, and then we're going to listen, and then we're going to watch the live video. So I think that's it. I think my popcorn is still somewhat warm, hopefully. Once again, this is the medium white Hollis. Apparently I'm obsessed with that right now. So hooray for that. All right, so let's listen. This is track 8, once again, from Implanted Perceptions 2023. This one was released on December 14th, 2023. All right, so let's listen to Claustrophobic Cylinder. Claustrophobic Cylinder. I forgot to follow along with the lyrics. Yeah, I don't know what I was going for with this last line here, endless combinations. I do not know. But everything else does sound like I'm talking about like a vagina. So there you have it. There are the lyrics. Very short song. Obviously, all of them are short. By the way, one of the interesting things about this song is I make a mistake on the guitars. I actually also make a mistake on the drums that I just realized. But I wanted to show the mistake on the guitar. So it's not totally tight. And for some reason, I never fixed it. I don't do overdubs and stuff like that. But I could have, recorded a better take but I never did for some reason. So I just want to try and figure out which guitar, because whenever I listen to the song, I always hear that mistake. And I don't know which guitar makes the mistake. So we're just going to take a little peek-see and try to figure out which guitar is the culprit. So this is track 8 right here. Let's, where is the guitars? Here we go right here, and here we go right here. So we're just going to solo the left first. Okay, that didn't sound too bad. I didn't. Oh yeah, I guess I should say what the part is. It's the part right after the harmonics. Yeah, right after the harmonics, where it goes into like it starts the riff over, and the harmonic is left ringing. I don't think it's that guitar. Let's listen to the other one. That's it. That's the one. Yep. There's your culprit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mystery solved. So yeah, there are occasional mistakes on my albums. They're usually fairly minor though. There's another one on track 1. We're not going to go into it too much. We figured it out. Mystery solved. Okay, so let's go to this video is probably not going to be too long. I say that every time. Let's look at the tab. All right, so I don't know what this is. This is apparently IP30. So this was the 30th track that I wrote for the album. This was written on July 10th. Wow. That's a week from now. July 10th, that's actually my old best friend's birthday. And by old, I mean from between the ages of 2 and 7. When I was single digit age, I had this best friend when I lived in Lucan, Ontario, very small town. And I still remember his birthday for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't talked to him in 30 plus years. So, but I mentioned this before, birthdays, I still remember birthdays. For whatever reason, I do remember birthdays. All right, so let's listen to the tab. There you go. Yeah, so the tricky thing about these songs is, I've mentioned this before, I keep changing the song structure and I keep changing the riffs. So, the riffs do repeat multiple times throughout the song, but I keep changing the riff and like the timing of the riff, how, I don't know how to describe it, but it's never quite the same. The sequence is never quite the same. And I really like doing that because I think that makes for a better listen, but it also makes for a more annoying memorization of the song because it keeps changing. And so there's more to memorize. Whereas if the sequence kept repeating, you just remember the sequence once and then you just repeat it, right? But for this, you have to remember a much longer sequence. And this was one of those songs where it does that. It keeps changing. Okay, So there's the tab. We're almost done. We just have to listen to the live video. How long are we into the video so far? Is it under 10 minutes? It's 15 minutes somehow. I guess I talked longer about movies than I than I thought. Most of this video is going to be me talking about movies, which is fine, I guess. All right, so let's go to the live video. Here we go, right here. Make sure it's not muted, the music, the audio, no. So do we just watch from the beginning? Probably not, right? It's like 5 minutes. I guess I'll just let it play. Okay, it's the next song. There you go. Played that song perfectly, actually. So I played this song better in the live video than I did on that one guitar track, on the one take. What was it? The right guitar of the actual recording. It's pretty funny. So I guess that's it for the video. Sub 20 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be a sub 20-minute video. Okay. Well, this is one of those rare ones where I actually finish it in a timely manner. So this is really rare. I don't know what to do with myself. I guess I have time to watch another movie tonight. Now, I started on Netflix, and I sort of exhausted my search for. I added a bunch to my watch list, but I think like I watched more than 3. There's this one I watched with Anna Kendrick, and it was Alice Darling. And I really want to do a review, like an actual video review of that movie, because there were some parts that sort of bothered me. So I'd like to make an actual video review of that movie. But now I've switched over to Prime Video. So I do have a bunch that I found while I was searching for movies to watch. With the level 16, I added a bunch to my watch list. So maybe I'll go watch another movie. Maybe we can get 4 good movies in a row. That would be pretty amazing. But I feel like my luck is about to run out, because I'm just shocked that it's been 3 good movies in a row so far. Obviously, if we can just keep this going, that would be really good. So I'll let you know next time how my movie watching is progressing. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Maybe we'll talk about tight pussies again.